Today I will be taking a journey to Capetown, South Africa and Huntington, West Virginia. I will be sharing with you how the two compare with their weather and climate. The climate zone for Huntington is humid subtropical. The climate zone for Capetown, South Africa is CSB, which is a Mediterranean climate. Summers in Huntington, West Virginia are very wet and warm, while Mediterranean summers are very hot and dry. Winters in the Mediterranean climate are very mild. Our winters here in Huntington are very cool and we could expect some snowfall. Capetown, South Africa could predict their climate zone by the cold Benguela current in the Table Mountain. Huntington can predict their climate zone because of its proximity to the Ohio River. It is on the northern edge of the humid subtropical zone. This is a climate graph for Capetown, South Africa. Our seasons are actually flipped, so they are currently in summer. So it is very hot and dry there. This is a climate graph for Huntington, West Virginia. This is a radar map of Huntington, West Virginia. This screenshot was taken February 16th. As a humid subtropical climate, we can expect mild winters but also have some snowfall. In this radar, that is what it is showing. The week of February 16th, we had two major winter storms. This is also a weather radar on February 16th, but in Capetown, South Africa. Since it is their summer and they have a Mediterranean climate, their summers are hot and dry. As you can see, they had zero precipitation compared to what Huntington had. As expected, since Huntington is in their winter climate and Capetown is in their summer climate, Huntington is experiencing some snowfall and Capetown is extremely dry. This was the weather that I recorded the first week I did this, which was February 16th in Huntington, West Virginia. During this first week, you can see it was very cold and we had some snowfall. This was the last week that I recorded the weather in Huntington, West Virginia. This process compared the weather in a 4-week difference. As you can see, our weather has warmed up a lot, but since we are in a humid subtropical climate, that means that it is going to be very wet. This radar proves that because as you can see, we do have some thunderstorms and rain predicted in the forecast. The weather in Huntington, West Virginia changed over 4 weeks because it did warm up a lot as expected. This is the first week of weather that I recorded in Capetown, South Africa. Since they are in the southern hemisphere and are a Mediterranean climate, they are in their summer season. Their temperatures are very high and there is little to no precipitation. This is the last weather that I documented in Capetown, South Africa, which is again the change over 4 weeks. As you can see, it is still hot, however, the temperatures aren't as high. This means that Capetown, South Africa is slowly transitioning out of summer as expected. In the examples that I gave in both cities, I documented the weather through February 16th to March 13th. This is a span of 4 weeks. Here we have two sun elevation graphs. Huntington is on top and South Africa is on the bottom. The highest point for the sun to be in Huntington, West Virginia is on June 21st, and the highest for the sun to be in South Africa is December 21st, which makes sense since our seasons are flipped. I took these pictures at 11:30 at night in Huntington, which would be 5:30 in the morning in Capetown, South Africa. Capetown, South Africa is about 6 hours ahead of Huntington, West Virginia. Capetown is experiencing about 12 hours and 26 minutes of daylight, and Huntington, West Virginia is experiencing about 11 and a half hours of daylight. This is a wind graph in Capetown, South Africa. They have been experiencing colder winds. Although it looks like the winds are coming from the south, Capetown is actually in the southern hemisphere, so the winds are actually coming from the northern hemisphere. The wind speed is very faster off the coast of Capetown, South Africa, but as it hits land, it slows. It does make sense that Capetown, South Africa is experiencing colder winds because they are moving out of the summer season. This is a wind graph for Huntington, West Virginia. We were experiencing winds from the north and from the west. It makes sense that we were getting colder winds because we were going to get a snowstorm that week. This was taken on February 16th, the same week we had prediction of snowfall. According to this map, the winds were about 14 to 12 in our region in Huntington, West Virginia. Next, we are going to be comparing the temperature from February 24th between the two cities of Huntington, West Virginia and Capetown, South Africa. On the left is Capetown, South Africa, and on the right is Huntington, West Virginia. It was a lot more warmer this day in Capetown, South Africa, as expected, than in Huntington, West Virginia. However, compared to the first week that I documented the weather, Huntington, West Virginia is starting to warm up. There was also 0 chance of precipitation in South Africa this week compared to Huntington, which there was a chance of precipitation. And that is my reflection on Capetown, South Africa, and Huntington, West Virginia. Thank you.